What if I told you that the greatest threat to your body after 55 isn't what you eat, but how much you sit? Every hour spent in a chair slowly restricts blood flow to your extremities. It stiffens joints that were made to move. It creates inflammation in places you didn't even know could hurt. Modern medicine calls it sitting disease, and by age 60, most of us are living with it without even knowing. But here's what they don't tell you. There are 15 plants, some growing in your backyard right now, others sitting forgotten on kitchen shelves, that can actively reverse what sitting does to your aging body. Not mask it, not manage it, reverse it. I'm talking about plants that unlock circulation to cold hands and feet, plants that reduce the silent inflammation building in your knees and hips, plants that restore flexibility to joints you thought were gone forever. And the most powerful one, number 12 on this list, research shows it can improve lower body circulation by up to 30% in just 8 weeks without a single prescription. But number 15, that's the plant our grandparents knew as the walker's friend, because it quite literally helped people walk again when everything else failed. This isn't alternative medicine, this is forgotten medicine. And by the end of this video, you're going to see your garden, your pantry, and your own body in a completely different way. Let's begin. Before we start, I need you to understand something important. What you're about to hear isn't folklore. It isn't wishful thinking. Every plant on this list has been studied, validated by research that pharmaceutical companies simply don't profit from sharing. These are plants your great-grandparents used daily. Plants that Native American healers carried in medicine pouches. Plants mentioned in healing texts going back thousands of years. And the reason they work? Because your body recognizes them. After 55, your circulation, your joints, your inflammatory response, they're all looking for help. And these plants speak the language your cells understand. So stay with me, because what comes next will change how you think about aging, about sitting, and about what's possible when you give your body what it actually needs. Number 15, ginger root, the morning circulation starter. Let's start with something you probably already have in your kitchen, but you're not using it the way you should. Ginger root. For over 3,000 years, Ayurvedic healers in India prescribed ginger for one specific purpose: moving stagnant blood. They understood something modern science only recently confirmed, that ginger contains compounds called gingerols that actively dilate blood vessels. When you sit for hours, blood pools in your lower body. Your feet go cold, your legs feel heavy. That's stagnation, and ginger reverses it. Here's how to use it. Every morning, before you sit down for breakfast, grate a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger into hot water. Add a squeeze of lemon. Drink it warm. Within 20 minutes, you'll feel warmth spreading to your fingertips and toes. That's circulation waking up. After 55, that morning ritual becomes more than comfort. It becomes restoration. You're telling your body, we're moving today, even if we're sitting. But ginger is just the beginning, because the next plant doesn't just warm you up, it actually strengthens the walls of your blood vessels. Number 14, horse chestnut seed, the vein strengthener. If you've ever noticed your ankles swelling by the end of the day or felt heaviness in your calves after sitting, you're experiencing what doctors call venous insufficiency. Your veins, especially in your legs, are struggling to push blood back up to your heart. Gravity wins. Blood pools. You swell. Horse chestnut seed has been used in European folk medicine for over 500 years for exactly this problem. And here's why it works. It contains a compound called essin that strengthens vein walls and reduces fluid leakage. Studies show that horse chestnut extract can reduce leg swelling and discomfort in people who sit for extended periods. It's not flashy, it's not immediate, but over weeks, you notice your legs feel lighter, your ankles look normal again. You can find horse chestnut seed extract in health stores, standardized to contain essin. The typical dose is 300 milligrams twice daily, but talk to someone knowledgeable because quality matters. This is the plant that helps your veins remember their job. But veins are only half the story, because stiff joints, that's where the real battle begins. Number 13, turmeric, the inflammation eraser. Here's the truth about sitting. It creates inflammation. Not the kind you feel right away, not the kind that swells or burns, but low-grade chronic inflammation that settles into your knees, your hips, your lower back, the kind that makes you stiff when you stand, the kind that makes you say, "I'm just getting older." No, you're just sitting too much, and your body is screaming about it in a language called inflammation. Turmeric, specifically its active compound curcumin, is one of the most researched anti-inflammatory compounds on the planet. It's been used in India for over 4,000 years, and modern science confirms it works by blocking inflammatory pathways at the cellular level. But here's the catch. Your body doesn't absorb curcumin well on its own. You need black pepper. The piperine in black pepper increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. So here's your protocol. 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder mixed with a pinch of black pepper in warm milk or broth every evening. Make it a ritual. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice something subtle. You stand up without bracing yourself. You walk without that initial stiffness. Your joints remember they can move smoothly. That's inflammation leaving. But now we're moving into deeper territory, because the next plant doesn't just reduce inflammation, it actually feeds your cartilage. Number 12, Nettle Leaf, the joint rebuilder. Here's where things get serious. Stinging nettle, the plant most people avoid because it burns when you touch it, is one of the most powerful joint-supporting plants in existence. Research shows that nettle leaf contains compounds that reduce joint pain and stiffness comparable to common anti-inflammatory medications, but without the side effects. But here's what makes it extraordinary. Nettle is rich in silica, boron, and minerals that actually support cartilage health. When you sit for years, your joints compress, cartilage thins, bone rubs on bone. That's arthritis beginning. Nettle doesn't just ease the pain, it helps rebuild what's been lost. Studies have shown that people taking nettle extract experience measurable improvements in joint flexibility and reduced pain scores within 8 weeks. Some research suggests it can improve mobility in the lower body by up to 30%. You can take nettle as a tea, steep dried nettle leaves for 10 minutes, drink twice daily, or use a standardized extract. But commit to it. This isn't a quick fix. This is restoration. And if you've been sitting for years thinking your joints are beyond help, nettle is the plant that proves you wrong. But we're only halfway through this list, and what comes next gets even more powerful. I need to pause here for a moment. If you're feeling something shift in how you think about these plants, if you're realizing that what you thought was just aging might actually be reversible, take a second and let me know in the comments below. Which plant so far has surprised you most? And if this information feels valuable, do me a favor, hit that like button. It tells me you want more content like this. Because what's coming next, plants 11 through 1, these are the ones that get truly extraordinary. Let's keep going. Number 11, Cayenne Pepper, the blood mover. You know that burning sensation when you eat something spicy? That's capsaicin, the compound in cayenne pepper that gives it heat. But here's what that burn is actually doing inside your body. It's forcing your blood vessels to dilate. It's increasing circulation to every part of your body, including the places sitting has shut down. Herbalists in Central and South America have used cayenne for centuries as a cardiovascular tonic. They understood that when blood moves, everything heals faster. Inflammation clears, nutrients reach tissues, waste products leave. A small amount of cayenne, just 1/8 teaspoon mixed into warm water or broth, can stimulate circulation within minutes. You'll feel warmth spreading through your chest, your arms, your legs. But more importantly, over time, cayenne strengthens your entire cardiovascular system. It's like exercise for your blood vessels, even when you're sitting still. For someone over 55 who sits for hours, cayenne becomes a daily ally. It keeps blood moving when gravity and inactivity try to stop it. But circulation is only part of the equation, because the next plant addresses something even more insidious: blood sugar spikes from sitting. Number 10, cinnamon bark, the blood sugar stabilizer. Here's something most people don't realize. Sitting makes your blood sugar unstable. When you're sedentary, your muscles aren't pulling glucose from your bloodstream. Insulin resistance begins. Blood sugar spikes and crashes. And those crashes, they create inflammation, fatigue, and accelerated aging. Cinnamon bark, specifically Ceylon cinnamon, has been used for thousands of years to stabilize blood sugar. Modern research confirms it improves insulin sensitivity and helps muscles absorb glucose more efficiently. For someone over 55 who sits much of the day, this matters deeply. Because stable blood sugar means stable energy. It means less inflammation. It means your body isn't constantly fighting itself. Add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your morning coffee or tea. Sprinkle it on oatmeal. Make it habitual. Within weeks, you'll notice you don't crash in the afternoon. You don't feel that heavy, sluggish feeling after meals. Your body starts using energy the way it should. That's metabolic restoration. And it starts with a simple spice. But now we're entering the plants that most people have never heard of. And that's where the real power lives. Number 9. Butcher's Broom, the leg circulation specialist. Butcher's Broom is a plant so targeted in its action that European herbalists called it the varicose vein cure. It grows wild across the Mediterranean, and for centuries, people suffering from heavy, aching legs would harvest its root and make extracts. Why? Because Butcher's Broom contains compounds called ruscogenins that specifically strengthen blood vessels in the legs and improve venous return, the flow of blood back up to the heart. If you've ever stood up after sitting and felt your legs throb or noticed visible veins bulging in your calves, that's venous insufficiency. And Butcher's Broom directly addresses it. Research shows it reduces leg swelling, cramping, and the sensation of heaviness. It's particularly effective for people who sit all day and then feel their legs fill up by evening. You can find Butcher's Broom as a standardized extract, typically 150 milligrams of ruscogenin content, taken twice daily. This is a plant that works quietly, steadily, and specifically. And for anyone over 55 dealing with leg issues from sitting, it's a revelation. But here's where we shift again. Because the next plant doesn't target one system, it targets your entire inflammatory state. Number 8. Boswellia, the ancient inflammation fighter. Boswellia serrata, also known as Indian frankincense, is one of the most sacred plants in Ayurvedic medicine. For over 3,000 years, healers have used its resin to treat joint pain, stiffness, and inflammatory conditions. And modern science now understands why. Boswellia contains boswellic acids that block specific inflammatory enzymes in the body. What makes it different from turmeric? Boswellia works deeper. It targets inflammatory pathways that sitting creates in connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, joint capsules. Studies show that Boswellia extract can significantly reduce pain and improve mobility in people with osteoarthritis. Some research suggests it's as effective as common anti-inflammatory medications, but without damaging your stomach or liver. For someone over 55 who's been sitting for decades, Boswellia is the plant that says, it's not too late. Inflammation can be reversed, stiffness can be released. Typical dosing is 300 to 500 milligrams of standardized Boswellia extract, 2 to 3 times daily. Give it 4 to 6 weeks. That's when you feel the shift. You bend without thinking. You move without preparing. Your body remembers what ease feels like. And now we're in the top 7, the plants that change everything. Number 7, hawthornberry, the heart strengthener. Let's talk about your heart. When you sit for hours, day after day, year after year, your heart weakens. Not because it's diseased, but because it's not being challenged. Blood flow slows, cardiac output drops, your heart becomes lazy. Hawthornberry has been used in European and Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years as a cardiovascular tonic. And research confirms it strengthens heart muscle, improves blood flow, and enhances the heart's ability to pump efficiently. It contains flavonoids and oligomeric proanthocyanidins that dilate blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery to tissues. For someone over 55, hawthorn isn't about fixing a problem. It's about restoring function. It's about giving your heart the support it needs when sitting has made it complacent. You can take hawthorn as a tea, tincture, or standardized extract, typically 160 to 900 milligrams daily. It's gentle, it's cumulative, and over months you notice something profound. You don't get winded as easily. Your energy steadies, your heart feels stronger. That's not a placebo. That's your cardiovascular system waking back up. But the heart is only part of your circulatory system, because the next plant targets something even more fundamental, your blood itself. Number 6, ginkgo biloba, the brain and body circulation enhancer. Ginkgo biloba is one of the oldest living tree species on Earth, over 200 million years old, and for thousands of years, Chinese healers have used its leaves to improve circulation to the brain and extremities. Here's why that matters after 55. Sitting reduces blood flow everywhere, but especially to your brain and your hands and feet. You feel foggy, you forget things, your fingers and toes go numb. Ginkgo works by improving blood flow through small vessels, capillaries, that sitting shuts down. Studies show it enhances memory, cognitive function, and peripheral circulation in older adults. But here's what makes it extraordinary for people who sit. Ginkgo also reduces blood viscosity. It makes your blood flow more easily, even when you're stationary. Typical dosing is 120 to 240 milligrams of standardized ginkgo extract daily, split into 2 doses. Within weeks, people report clearer thinking, warmer extremities, and better overall energy. This is the plant that reminds your body. Blood is meant to reach everywhere, not just the major organs. And now we're in the top 5. These are the plants that feel almost mythical in their power. Number 5. Gotu-kola, the vein healer. Gotu-kola is called the fountain of life in traditional Chinese medicine. Why? Because it has a unique ability to strengthen connective tissue, including the walls of veins and capillaries. When you sit for years, your veins stretch, they become weak, valves fail, blood flows backward. That's when you get varicose veins, spider veins, and chronic swelling. Gotu-kola contains compounds called triterpenoids that stimulate collagen production in vein walls. Research shows it can reduce venous insufficiency symptoms and even improve the appearance of varicose veins over time. But beyond that, Gotu-kola improves microcirculation, the flow of blood through the tiniest vessels in your skin, your brain, your organs. For someone over 55, this is profound, because microcirculation is what keeps tissues healthy. It's what prevents that aged look in skin. It's what keeps your mind sharp. You can take Gotu-kola as a tea, capsule, or tincture, typically 500 to 1,000 milligrams daily. It's gentle, cumulative, and deeply restorative. This is the plant that rebuilds what sitting has broken down. But now we enter the realm of the truly powerful. Number 4, bilberry, the capillary protector. Bilberry is a small, dark berry native to Northern Europe, and during World War II, British pilots discovered something remarkable. Eating bilberry jam before night flights improved their vision in the dark. Why? Because bilberry is one of the richest sources of anthocyanins, compounds that strengthen capillaries and improve blood flow to the eyes, brain, and extremities. For someone over 55 who sits, bilberry does something extraordinary. It protects the smallest blood vessels in your body from oxidative damage. It keeps capillaries flexible and functional, even when circulation is compromised. Research shows bilberry extract can improve night vision, reduce eye strain, and enhance peripheral circulation. Some studies suggest it helps prevent diabetic retinopathy and other vascular complications. Typical dosing is 160 to 480 milligrams of standardized bilberry extract daily. It's subtle at first, but over months you notice. Your vision feels sharper, your hands and feet stay warmer, your body feels more alive. This is microcirculation at its finest, and now we're at the top 3. These are the plants our ancestors revered, and for good reason. Number 3, yarrow, the blood flow regulator. Yarrow is a plant that's been used for over 3,000 years across Europe, Asia, and Native American traditions. Its name in Greek, Achillea, comes from Achilles, who supposedly used it to stop bleeding in his warriors during the Trojan War. But here's what makes yarrow extraordinary for people who sit. It's a circulatory regulator. It doesn't just stimulate blood flow, it balances it. Yarrow contains compounds that tone blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation to stagnant areas. Native American healers called it the medicine of balance because it seemed to know exactly where the body needed help. For someone over 55, yarrow addresses a problem most people don't even realize they have: uneven circulation. Your core gets plenty of blood, your extremities starve, your joints stiffen, your brain fogs. Yarrow redistributes. It sends blood where sitting has cut it off. You can take yarrow as a tea, steep dried flowers for 15 minutes, or as a tincture. Drink it twice daily. Within weeks, you'll feel more evenly warm, more balanced, more present in your own body. This is the plant that restores equilibrium. But we're not done yet, because the final 2 plants, these are the ones that change lives. Number 2, Butcher's Broom Horse Chestnut Combination, the ultimate leg restoration. Sometimes the greatest power comes not from a single plant, but from a partnership. Butcher's Broom strengthens veins from the inside. Horse chestnut reduces leakage and swelling from the outside. Together, they create what European herbalists call the leg salvation formula. For someone over 55 who has spent decades sitting, whose legs ache, swell, cramp, and feel heavy by the end of every day, this combination is transformative. Studies show that when these two plants are used together, they reduce leg swelling, eliminate nighttime cramping, and restore normal venous function in ways neither plant can achieve alone. This isn't about temporary relief. This is about reversing venous damage that's accumulated over years. You can find combination formulas in health stores. Look for standardized extracts of both plants. Typical dosing is 1 to 2 capsules twice daily. Within 8 weeks, people report no more throbbing, no more swelling, legs that feel 20 years younger. This is restoration, and it's why our grandparents knew these plants by name. But now we arrive at number 1, the plant that ties everything together. Number 1, Cayenne plus ginger turmeric, the circulation trinity. Here's the truth that pharmaceutical companies will never tell you. The most powerful medicine for reversing what sitting does to your body isn't a single compound. It's not a prescription. It's not a procedure. It's a combination of 3 plants that work synergistically to restore what age and inactivity have taken away. Cayenne moves blood, ginger warms and stimulates, turmeric erases inflammation. Together, when taken daily as a ritual, they create full-body circulatory and anti-inflammatory restoration. Native American healers understood this. Ayurvedic practitioners understood this. Traditional Chinese medicine understood this. They knew that healing isn't about targeting one symptom. It's about restoring flow, movement, balance. Here's your protocol. Every morning, a cup of hot water with 1/4 teaspoon cayenne, a 1/2 teaspoon grated ginger, a 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, pinch of black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon. Drink it warm. Feel it spread through your body. Make it non-negotiable. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice warmth in your extremities. Within 4 weeks, less stiffness. Within 8 weeks, a level of mobility and comfort you thought you'd lost forever. This isn't magic. This is what your body has been asking for all along. This is the trinity that reverses sitting disease. So let's come back to where we started. You now know 15 plants that can reverse what sitting does to your body after 55. You understand that stiff joints, cold extremities, swelling, inflammation, and poor circulation aren't inevitable parts of aging. They're consequences of inactivity that can be addressed. You've learned that ginger wakes your circulation every morning, that nettle rebuilds cartilage, that cayenne forces blood to move, that the combination of 3 simple plants can restore what decades of sitting have taken away. But here's what I need you to understand most. This knowledge was never lost. It was just forgotten, buried under a medical system that profits from management, not restoration. Your great-grandparents knew these plants. They used them. They stayed mobile, vital, and strong well into their 80s and 90s. Not because they had better genetics, but because they had better knowledge. And now you have that knowledge too. So here's what I want you to do. Go back through this video. Pick one plant, just one, that resonated most with you. Leave a comment below and tell me which one you're starting with. Because when you commit publicly, you're far more likely to follow through. And if this video opened your eyes to what's possible, if you realize that your body isn't broken, it's just been sitting too long, then hit that subscribe button. Because this channel exists to bring back forgotten wisdom that can change your life. Your body is capable of extraordinary healing. You just have to give it what it needs. Thank you for watching. Now go give your body the support it's been asking for.